Okay, today I thought I'd make a little video about this upcoming raid, just maybe to answer some questions that you guys might end up having about some of the new prizes and to go over it real quick. Um, the new prizes for this week, obviously, you're going to see here are be three different things: the two new holes and this new missile, and that's what we're going to go over, plus a couple other small things real quick. Um, Positive thing, prices. The prices of these things are actually pretty cheap. Um, so, but now let's see if they're actually if there's something that you might actually need or want for now or for future thoughts. Okay, when it comes to the Avenger, a couple things to look at on the Avenger. My first thought is this: look at the armor, 2700, and it only has 3 armor slots. This is a fleet to fleet hull, not a base hull. However, the one thing about this being a flagship, if you look down here, it does give increased damage, speed, and resistance to the fleet as it takes damage. Um, this is no different than a certain rogue crew that is out there um, that gives a 20% max um, of these. And yes, this fleet will give, or this hull will give the fleet a 20% max when it comes to this. Uh, as the fleet takes damage, this also, if you look, says this particular hull will slow down to match the combat speed of the slowest ship in the fleet. So as it slows down, say getting hit by a disruptor cannon or something, a pinch, or or not a pinch, but something's it will slow it down. Okay, the reload bonus and all that only affects this hull. It does not affect the fleet. The only thing that affects the fleet is this. And from what I can tell and the questions I've asked on to Kixeye, this does not have to be physically next or inside of the fleet. So kind of like the Highlander, if you set this outside of the base, had this as a flagship for a base attack, had this outside the base, then you could get this effect while the fleet's in attacking. So it will give you basically 2 rogue crews to use at the same time. I think you understand where I'm getting at. So if let's say I have the wrecking crew on a mortar fleet, had this sticking outside as the mortar fleet's taking damage, now I'm getting a boost of up to 20% on resistance, and my combat speed getting increased 20%. So the other thing on this one, just to note, is that I believe it is a seems to be a 6-day build for the Avenger. Okay, so may not be something you do you only get one, so it gives you some availability for those that don't have the Highlander or want to be able to build one of these. Again, stripped down and just set outside as a base attack. 6 days is not that bad. Gives you flexibility in your baser. If you're thinking of using this for a fleet to fleet, sticking in with say your Vipers or your interdictors or any other fleet, that's also one thing. So keep in mind with that, with the new um, system, that fleet to fleet system is coming out. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. I'm gonna try to keep this short. All right, the Mastodon. The Mastodon. The other thing that gets me on this also is the same thing. It's 3,000 armor points, very low. It does have 5 armor slots, so this one's I'm gonna have to look at in the shipyard once it's in there play around with it. It does have 4 special slots. To me, this is kind of like a smaller version to the Kodiak in the sense because of the armor. This has half the armor that the Kodiak has. Uh, ballistic defense is nice. All the defenses, reload, radioactive defense, remote targeting is a plus 75. Where this comes into effect, where this particular fleet comes into effect, is where I posted last week from the Battle Vortex video about what this can be done. Let me show you again. It's this. This being the Mastodon, this is being your other ship. If this red target is within the range of the Mastodon's plus 75% and within the range of your friendlies, it can take out that target right there. Again, feature only works with missiles. That's it, nothing else. So this is going to be strictly a missile hull when it comes to that. So again, something to think about on that one. My personal opinion right now is fleet to fleet. I can't see you using this in a base attack yet because I don't like the armor. And I mean, it's kind of, even if you set this out running around the channel on the outside, like you see in some videos with people doing with ECMs and stuff, that having this circle actually reaching targets inside the base while sitting outside of it, it could be possible. So again, why? I mean, then you're just taking up a slot inside your fleet. So it just depends. I'm sure somebody will figure that out and try it, and it might work. So just a thought on that. The new missile. This missile is no different than, say, the D-55F or V. Drac. This is a very much improved. I like it. It's got the same range, same reload, same accuracy as the V and the F, but it does give a bonus of flak evasion. The building damage is huge. Again, you're talking with armor on these buildings, and also it gives an additional rad damage of 264. It looks like they're trying to bring the missiles back into the game. So this may be something worth, if anything, if you don't like the holes, at least grab this and hold on to it for future builds. But I am kind of liking this one, especially on the Kodiaks. This possibly could be a very good weapon for the Kodiaks, and actually bring the Kodiaks back into it, and even for some of those that have R5 MCXs. Okay, if you look at the prize list, not a whole lot different. Most of you guys are probably already going to have everything that's already in here, so this could be a very short raid for everyone. So just make sure you take a look at it, have a goal. If anyone else needs help that doesn't have something on this, maybe that's what we do. Make sure you look at this. They did added a little change to the setup. There's actually going to be 4 different campaigns. You'll have one strictly for level 40 and below, 41 and 59, 60 and above, and then obviously the Whiteout Elite. I am going to assume this is going to be the Whiteout Elite. It's actually, I think, going to be somewhat similar to a Drac base, an Arctic Drac base. So again, Nighthawks are going to be in these things. Supposedly tomorrow or later on tonight, but I'm expecting tomorrow the video to actually come out. Okay. The Mastodon. Again, it's a 6-day build on it. So based on unofficial results right now, it looks to be a 6-day build. So with that, I think that's about all I need to discuss when it comes to the raid. So just again, if you have any questions, please ask. I think a lot of this is already going to be pretty much filled out, figured out, um, and set your goal on what you might need. If anything else, if you're not looking to go after these, or if you got most of the prizes, you may just want to get the points, and you're able to get 2 per tier, and just clean up what you don't have just to get it off the shelf and stashed away, so it doesn't take doesn't clutter up your prizes in the future. So, alright guys, thanks.